Eye on Gauteng, brought to you by the Gauteng Department of Economic Development.
Today's event, the South African Turkish Business Association Forum that you've put together, tell us the thinking behind it.
We, as a Gauteng Economic Development Agency, are actually piggybacking on the national initiatives of these bilateral agreements, which are currently chaired between the two deputy presidents of Turkey and South Africa. We are making a follow-up on the sectors that are relevant to Gauteng. The Turkey bilaterals focused on a number of sectors, which is agro-processing, textile. It looks also into automotives. All these three are very relevant in the manufacturing sector of Gauteng and what we are currently positioning. So today, with the South African Business Turkey Association, SAPTA, and GEDA, we have agreed to facilitate a business delegation from Turkey to have bilateral discussions with Gauteng-based companies to focus on a whole range of issues, but mainly around those sectors that are within the bilateral agreements.
The South African businesses that have been invited today to interact with their Turkish counterparts, what level of business are they doing? Who are these people? And what do you hope for them to come out of today's briefing?
Well, what we hope that will come out of today's briefing is to have different manufacturers, companies that are South African based in different sectors. There are others who are here on hospitality business who would like to see South African hospitality business expanded in Turkey. There are those who are really manufacturers in different components in automotives. There are those who are involved in the supply of other forms of raw materials that Turkey do need for their own production. But there are also those who are not only going to export, there are also those who are going to support Turkey investors here in Gauteng to be sort of their off-takers in terms of what they are producing. So we have organized through our Chamber of Commerces that are here, FABCOS, NAFCOC, brought in people from the database of GEDA and invited different businesses around various sectors to have this business-to-business engagement. So the offerings will be what they are producing. Some are in services, such as people who do forward and clearing, which is a very important element in terms of export and import, who would like to get these companies using their services when they bring their goods from Turkey, and also some who take goods from here to Turkey so that they can use those kind of services. But our main concern, of course, is also around issues of renewable energy as one sector, mineral beneficiation as one part that we would like to offer to these particular businesses. Yeah.
Now, why is Gauteng best placed to serve as a repository for FDI, particularly from Turkey and into the rest of the continent?
Well, as I've indicated, that Turkey's business, as you look at it, its growth from the 90s to now, to date, they have been focusing on reducing reliance on primary industries, which is mainly agriculture, and they've been growing more in services as well as also in manufacturing. That mirrors what Gauteng is in terms of the way in which we operate, and therefore there will be a way in which we can facilitate business between Turkey and Gauteng. So in terms of why Gauteng is the most relevant place for them is because we do have sectors that they want to participate in. We do have the channels that they could use for their growth into the market of Africa. We also have various institutions that they will need for setting up their businesses in terms of financial institutions, and also certain other headquarters which are relevant in terms of their other supply needs. So for them to facilitate their businesses, Gauteng becomes more relevant in terms also of skills and the the workforce, if I can put it that way, that is required. As you know that in South Africa we also have or Africa at large, the youngest population. They also have a youngest population, and there is the current analysis in terms of growing of economies. It speaks about demographic economy. So these are economies that are based on the population, and we have a lot of young growing population in Africa and South Africa. And in the South African context, the ages of 17 to 24, the largest of young people are resided here in Gauteng. So also our higher institutions are here. So for recruiting purposes, for their own manufacturing and their own businesses, Gauteng becomes a key and a relevant, important place to do business with the techie businesses.